Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Know Your Dotted Item series. In our previous episode, we finished all our items from purchasable items, starting from here. And in this episode, we will start talking about. So we started with basic items, then we moved on to upgraded items, and then finished it off with artifacts. And this episode, we'll start covering from non-purchasable items. And we will start with Ages of Immortal. But first, let's talk about non-purchasable items, which are neutral items. Neutral items are items obtained through tokens that are dropped by neutral groups, and they cannot be purchased or sold at shops and cannot be destroyed. Each player may equip only one neutral item in a dedicated neutral item slot. Alright. Unused neutral items can be put in the dedicated stash within the fountain. Okay. Now, moving on to, we'll start with boss words, starting with Ages of Immortal. The Ages of Immortal.
Aegis.
Aegis. Okay. The Aegis of Immortal is a kill reward item dropped by Roshan on his first step and onwards. Contents would be covering additional information, ability, recommended heroes, lore, trivia, gallery, references and recent changes. But first, card view. It costs no mana. It's a Roshan drop. Sell value is unsellable. It has one church. Passive abilities: Reincarnation. It gives no other bonuses. Not shareable. You cannot drop it, but it can be destroyed. It does not give an usage alert. Kill words, Aegis of Immortal. Now moving on to additional information. The Aegis is consumed or disappears when one of the following happens. Be it player's inventory or still on the ground. When Roshan dropped it, Roshan respawns in 8 to 11 minutes after being killed. Okay. The Aegis wielder dies and reincarnates, consuming the Aegis. So, okay. 5 minutes pass since Aegis was picked up by a hero. In top mode, duration is shortened to 4 minutes. Okay. This means it is impossible for multiple Aegis to exist in a match. Okay. So there's that. Reincarnation. Passive ability affects self, brings you to life with full health and mana 5 seconds after you die, at a location where you die. Reincarnation must be used within 5 minutes or Ages of Immortal disappears. Ow. If it expires, it will heal you over 5 seconds. Dispels on damage. Okay. Effect delay 5 seconds. Aegis duration 300. Aegis duration travels 40 seconds. So it is 4 minutes, and regular time is 5 minutes. Expire max health restored per second is 20%. Expire max mana restored per second is also 20%. Expire restore duration is 5 seconds. Okay. Aegis of the Immortals reincarnation has the lowest priority in the group of reincarnation sources. Why is that? Revives the full health and mana, does not reset the cooldowns of items and abilities. Okay. Provides 1800 daytime and 800 nighttime ground vision respectively at the wielder's cat's location during its delay. Okay. When Roshan reclaims the Aegis, reincarnation grants the wielder health and mana regeneration for a short duration instead. When Roshan reclaims the Aegis, okay, we talked about it. That's when expired. Uh, expire max health restore, max health, and max mana restore kicks in. Can regenerate up to 100% of your max health and mana over its full duration, which is 5 seconds. The hero's max health and mana are checked periodically, and the values are adjusted instantly. Damage greater than zero from any player, including allies, excluding self, or Roshan, dispels the effect. Okay. Does not get dispelled by damage flagged as HP removal. Okay, it needs to be physical kind of thing. When picked up, a countdown appears on the item's icon, visible to everyone, showing the remaining duration. The countdown always starts at 5 minutes or 4 minutes in turbo mode. It does not consider Roshan's respawn timer. Okay. Recommended heroes list: Storm Spirit. Lore. According to the character in the Dota 2 comic, Are We Heroes Yet? Roshan stole the Aegis. Roshan stole the Aegis of the Immortal from a shopkeeper whom he killed. The gods cursed Roshan to have his life and treasure stolen, repeatedly as punishment for his crime. Okay, what? That is life and treasure stolen repeatedly. Ah, yeah, fun bit, eh? Now, trivia. Aegis was previously an ordinary recipe item that contained 3 charges. After it was removed, it was then obtainable as a droppable item from Roshan. In Greek mythology, an Aegis that was described as Aethus immortal was presented to Zeus. When selecting Roshan, this item can be seen in his inventory. Okay. Gallery. Aegis when you are Roshan, reincarnating, in-game model, Valentine's Day, 218 versions, inventory icon contest, 218 version. So, yeah. References at this, how we use it. Recent changes in 7.20 versions. Reincarnation expire regeneration is no longer cancelled by self-inflicted damage. Okay. It's no longer cancelled by self-inflicted damage. So, yeah. And the 10.02 versions, reincarnation expire regeneration no longer has a 20 minimum damage threshold to get dispelled. It can now happen for even 0. No longer has a special rule for getting dispelled by regular attacks. So it used to be dispelled by attacks even if the attack damage was negated by negative attack damage or by ethereal form. Now it reacts to the actual damage dealt by attacks. Now gets dispelled by damage after all reductions instead of before. This means when a damage instance is reduced to 0, with refraction it does not get dispelled. Now it gets dispelled by damage after all reductions instead of before. So 0 does not get dispelled. Now only gets dispelled by player base and Roshan based damage instead of any source. It needs to be a player or Roshan. In 6.85 version, reincarnation now provides 800 daytime and 800 nighttime ground vision at that location during its delay, which we covered already. And this is it, fellas. We are off with Aegis of the Immortal. In the next episode, we'll be talking about Aghanim Blessing, Roshan. Looks like it's also going to be a good read. And I hope to see you then. Until then, be good to yourself and everybody around you, both in game and out game. Last but not least, good game, everybody. Good game.